Alright guys, so today we'll be talking about some F1 2015 features, just doing a bit of a brainstorm, just talking about some issues and talking about some things that I would love to see come into the F1 2015 game. Probably not likely depending on, because of how late the game is in its development cycle now. It's probably only a couple of months away from being released, so chances are most of these things probably aren't going to be included, but Codemasters could surprise us and include some of these things that I'm going to say, which I don't really see many people that have talked about yet. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Before we get started, why don't you guys do something for me? Let me know down in the comments section one feature that you would love to see in the F1 2015 game. One feature above anything else. If you can, try and related to online, because this video is specifically going to be related to online. If you want to see a video about F1 2015 as more of a general view, talking about career mode and all these other kinds of things like handling model and all that kind of thing, then I'll leave a link in the description to a different video which I gave more of an overall view of things that should come out in the next game. But I'm going to stop babbling on now. I'm going to get into this video and talk about some things which I don't think many people have really touched on in the community, or at least what I haven't seen. So if someone has said this before, then I apologize, but I just haven't seen you mention it. But first off, I've talked about doing or seeing a manager mode in single player career mode, but this is a similar kind of concept except for online. Now I'm going to relate this to FIFA a little bit because we have a pretty similar game mode, but this is related to F1. So basically what this game mode is it's build your ultimate car. Now, judging by the name, most of you guys probably already know what this is going to be. Basically, everyone starts out, this is a separate game mode from the original multiplayer, by the way. This is a separate one. So you start off from scratch, say not in a HRT car, but in an F1 car that is so basic and so, I guess, slow that it effectively has the speed of a HRT. So everyone starts off in this base level car, and you have to complete races, earn experience, simply play the game and do races in order to earn the experience to either unlock or buy. If there's a financial aspect to this game mode, there could be. That might be a little bit interesting, but even if it's something pretty simplistic like just unlocking things at a certain level, for example, better tire wear, better aerodynamic efficiency, suspension components. It doesn't have to be too advanced. This is just a concept idea. Just getting my thoughts out there. So let me know what you think of that. Basically, everyone upgrades these components of the car, and then eventually you'll get to a point in this car where you can't upgrade it anymore. So you'll have to perhaps upgrade to a totally new chassis, and then you move up to, say, a Marussia or a Sauber level, something like that, and then you start again. So progressively you're improving this car until you get a new car, then you upgrade that car until you keep going, and you eventually have a car that is effectively as fast and as quick as a Mercedes. And I think this would be pretty interesting. It's a game that not only rewards being fast, but it rewards playing the game and sticking at the game, where maybe people who aren't exactly as fast as what I am or what a AOR driver is, if they just put the time and effort in, they can be faster than someone who is more naturally gifted, I guess, just by playing the game and getting a better car. I think that's an interesting game mode, and I think people might enjoy that. So let me know what your thoughts are on that. I'm going to move on to the next thing, and this is customization. Basically, the last few years, the online Codemasters games, I personally feel like I've been in sort of a restricted world in terms of the F1 games, and I think if we could just add in that little bit more customization, feel like we're more part of the world of Formula One. Like, we have almost no freedom and no way to, I guess, express ourselves, I guess. But, having custom car liveries and helmets doesn't really have to be anything too advanced. Maybe just simple color changes in terms of the helmets, just changing the colors of different designs that are already on the game, or maybe even just having a simple process like Forza does, and just giving us a bunch of shapes that we can use, and then from there we can make a custom emblem or something, or a custom livery in terms of a helmet, maybe even in terms of the car livery. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I doubt it though, because FOM and the FIA have a very strict stance in terms of protecting their brand in terms of Formula 1. So that's pretty disappointing. It's not really a fault of Codemasters. It's just the restrictive license that they have, and I wish that the FOM would really give Codemasters more of a free roam in terms of that thing. But moving on to the next thing, and this is something that's sparked my attention from other games like Forza Horizon 2 and Drive Club, for example. Those two games have a very big social element involved in those games, and that's something I'd love to see in the Formula 1 games. Seeing a club's aspect of the game, or a social group where I, for example, could start up a group of my own, and you guys, the subscribers, could come up and join and race for my group, and then we have some big leaderboards, and we could face off against, maybe other YouTubers like Alex Afro or Arava, or Harrison 101 HD, or whatever. Whoever wants to make a club group, I think that'd be really cool. Groups like Race Department and Apex Online Racing, they'd have a big following, and we could all face off at the top of the club leaderboards, recruiting members and trying to get to that top spot in the club leaderboards. I think that'd be really cool, and all these little things would help people be more motivated in playing the online game at the moment. Of course, it goes without saying that hopefully the lag is fine, and just the core element of the online racing is fine. I mean, that's something they should have had down anyway. Just having these extra features and stuff would help keep people playing the game, because at the moment with the online games, people are just... The only reason why people are jumping on now is just for the love of the game, or for the love of racing. There's no other motivator. Like the last few years, Codemasters have taken away online ranks and all those kind of things, and doing custom championships and all that kind of thing. So really, you're just doing these one-off races, and then you get bored of the game, and then you go off again. But if we have these extra little motivators, a lot more people would be playing the game, and they'd be playing it for a longer time as well. And that's what I really want to see with the Codemasters F1 games. I feel like online is just so it's so ignored, and there's such a dedicated community out there, especially in the leagues, and I feel like this could really help out some of those guys and really get the F1 community back to its glory days back in 2010, 2011, and I guess 2012 as well. But I've been going on for 8 minutes now, and I've only covered a couple topics. But yeah, the social element, that's a massive thing. I'd love to see just the clubs or the social groups involved going up against other people. I think that'd be massive, and it's not really going to intrude on the license that Codemasters have over the Formula 1 games. I hope not, but yeah, something pretty cool. Just other little things now. I'm just going to finish off pretty quickly if I can. I've said this before, online replays, savable replays, so that maybe for people who don't have capture cards, they can maybe upload their videos to YouTube. Get more YouTubers in the F1 community. That'd really be a good thing as well. Next thing, joining sessions in the middle of a session. So for example, you just missed the countdown timer to join the session because your internet is maybe a little bit slow, and then you got to wait 15 minutes in order to start the race because you've just missed qualifying. If you could just join in straight away, whatever you've missed the first 30 seconds or 7 minutes or whatever, just join in, start qualifying, and away you go. I think that'd be pretty cool. They do it in Call of Duty. You can join matches halfway through the session. Why can't we do it in F1? Food for thought. One other thing, custom online championships. We did this on F1 2010. Me and a few mates of mine, before I was even involved in YouTube or the AOR, we just did online championships. We did 10 races of 3-lap events, and we'd just race away, and then at the end we'd see who the champion was over the 10 race period, because it had championship points and everything. And I thought that was awesome, and for whatever reason they took away that ability in the more recent F1 games, so that's a little bit disappointing. But finally, moving on, we've got online ranks. That needs to be another feature in the F1 games. That'd be pretty cool. We had that in F1 2012, but it was capped at level 50, I believe. So too with 2010. Maybe if you could extend the online rank to maybe 100, maybe make it longer to achieve that, or make it take longer so that maybe people play the game longer. For whatever reason, that'd be pretty cool. I just feel like I'm rambling on so much now. I'm almost done. Just bear with me here. Final couple of things. Leaderboards. I think it needs to be a little bit more comprehensive than what it is at the moment. I think at the moment it only shows like race wins and how many races you participated in. If there were leaderboards maybe for a lot of different aspects like DNFs, overtakes, the longest distance without a puncture or something, without making a pit stop or something like that. All these different little things, statistics and everything, I think it'd make the F1 games just that little bit much more enjoyable. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Mainly throughout this video, it's just been little features just to, I guess, enhance the experience and make people a little bit more motivated to play online, because as I said many times before, that's an area of the game that's been neglected for many years now, and I'd love to see that area really focused on for this year, because we have such a dedicated online community. It's just such a shame that people are just getting bored of the game, because A, the lag is so bad, and B, because they've just taken away so many features in the last few years that they just don't have any motivation to play online anymore. So that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it as well. If you have any suggestions that I've missed, then feel free to leave them in the comments. You know, it can be about career mode, it can be about online. I don't really mind. Just try and keep your comments constructive, because I know for a fact that people from Codemasters will read this. For example, Luke Spring, he's a great community manager. He often reads through these. So just try and keep it constructive, guys, and that'd be much appreciated. So that's going to do it for this video today. I've got career mode coming out tomorrow, I believe. It's going to be the German Grand Prix. I've already done it today. It's going to be a fantastic race, so stay tuned for that. So that's going to do it for this video today. Once again, sorry for the rambling, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. So here we are, around Monaco, driving as Pastor Maldonado, driving the safety car. I can't believe I'm saying these words, but it's happening, and this should be absolutely awesome. Here we go, driving as the safety car, starting in 24th place. We're going to try and win this race. I've done absolutely no practice in the build-up to this. So 5 red lights, and away we go here in Monaco. We've absolutely smashed this start. Look at that start, that's absolutely fantastic.